Hello and welcome to Provision-ISR's webinar. This time our webinar will be about the application, Provision-ISR's Cam2 app. So all you have to do is to sit back and enjoy the ride. Let's begin. First of all, we know the world is progressing all the time and every company today have an app, have an application. We too. But we took it one step forward and we tried to give almost full control over the NVR, over the recorders that we have from the application itself. So bear it with me and let's see slowly and easily and comfortably what are the capabilities of our application. So let's start. First of all, this is the button to choose an NVR. Where it says demo room NVR, this is where I choose my NVR. Now, one press over those arrows will give me the cameras from the NVR, the first 9 cameras. A second press will give me the other 9. Very easy, very intuitive and simple to use. So let's go back to the first 9 and now let's begin. So of course we have split screen mode, we have 1, we have 4, we have 9 and we have some special others if we want this picture-in-picture mode, or maybe in the old days that we have security guards with one main camera and the other split around. Now another cool thing that we can do is we can choose a different NVR or a DVR in this case. DND is off now. Okay, perfect. Let's put it on once again, sorry, so no one bugs us. Okay, now we chose a different DVR while the other NVR plays in the background, and now we can take pictures from the other DVR and put them together. So basically right now I can take more cameras from different devices, up until 16 different devices, and combine them all to one picture, and then I can go ahead. By the way, I press these little 3 dots in the bottom right. I can press this button and then add it to my favorites by only pressing the red plus. You can see next to the group name there is red plus. I say that because it is not possible from the app, even though I can do like this, but never mind. Okay, let's press plus. Now remember this this layout, okay, and layout of 4, 8, 10, 11 cameras I think it is. Now let's quickly close everything. Let's put 1, and go into the favorites, and I have group 1, pressing the play, and voila, we have exactly the same layout from exactly those 2 different devices. Meaning I don't have to re-put all the cameras that I've chosen in before. I don't have to put them once again all over and over again when I start the application every time, from the beginning. So let's continue. Now the next thing I want to show you is basically, I like it more in the eye, this is the server list. Now the server list is it's pretty noticeable what it does. It shows me the devices that are in my application, okay. But what's so special about it is that I can gain all of the information that I want, all of the information that is possible to get from my devices in the press of a button. Now what do I mean? First of all, I can see that I have 4 different devices, but I can see that each and every one of them is connected right now. I can see that because that I have this green mark, if you can see right there. Okay, I see that the devices are connected. Now what can I do from here? First of all, I can press this button and access immediately the live preview. They're very intuitive, very simple. I can do that for every other NVR. It doesn't really matter. So next thing I can do, I can press the I button and get all of the information, not part of, but all of the information that I would have get by pressing the I button on the NVR itself. So it doesn't matter if it is the basic info, if I need the firmware version or the build date, the device name, if I need the network info, whether it is the IP address or the the ports or the disk information to see how many disks I have, what is the current amount of disk, that remaining space, everything is available in the press of a button. Now the next and most important thing that we can do is the thing that we like to do in the modern world. We like to share. So what do we exactly want to share from here? Now this one we should do with extra caution, because we don't want to share our QR code into everyone. By just pressing that button, I can see immediately my QR code, and I can share it by pressing the upper right button. I press it, I can search it, I can send it via WhatsApp or message or any other communications application that I have on my phone without a problem. I can even print it, by the way. If I have a Wi-Fi printer, just print it and put it in the, just hang it outside your store, which sells pictures, and every person that want to see, I don't know, immediate photos from those pictures, just scan it and just immediately connect to your your CCTV system, if you have this agenda, of course. Don't just print it out to burglars. Okay, next thing I want to show you. Well, this is another idea, actually. Now, each and every one of our system have the ability to operate relay, okay, relay system. Now, even though it is a CCTV system, we still have relay outs. Now, it doesn't matter if we connected to those relays through IP camera or if they are a part of the back of the NVR, we can still access them. Let's give an example of that NVR, because I know that this one has relays. View it through his IP cameras that are connected to it. Now, how do we operate those relays, those alarm outputs, basically? All we have to do is to press these three dots. These three dots are the keys for everything. Pressing manual alarm, and immediately you can see all of the triggers, all of the alarms that are connected to my NVR through camera or physically into the back of the NVR. So when you find what you want to open, if you want to open a door or activate a siren or activate an alarm or do whatever you want, you can just press it and then clear it once you finished. As easy as that, as simple as that. So basically it means that I can open a door from here, I can sit here and open a door in the other side of the world. So next thing I want to show you is the most powerful tool that I think an application can have. So what exactly am I talking about? Let's see. First of all, we start with pressing, yes, you're right, the three buttons here, and now we're going to press add a new person. Now what exactly does that mean? It means that right now I'm going to have my camera open up, camera on my phone. Now I can take a picture of me or someone else, or it doesn't matter who, give it a name, give it a birthplace or whatever, and give it a group. Now every one of these groups is not a group that exists on my phone. These are the groups that exist. Basically, those are the databases that exist on my NVR. So once I added a person into that group, you can just imagine the power that I have in this tool. Basically, I can add this person and allow him to, let's say, enter my workplace. Let's say that my camera is opening the door for all of the people that are on this allow list 1. You see it? So the camera will open the door. So I took a picture of my friend that I want to allow to access to my workplace. Just press save, and immediately I send the picture into the NVR, into the database of the NVR. As simple as that. Of course, you can do the same from galleries inside your phone if you don't have this person right next to you. So, next thing I'm going to show you is we saw how to add a person. Let's now search for a person. Now, what do you think? Am I capable or not capable of searching myself through the application? Let's try. So once it becomes blue line, the line that surrounds me becomes blue, immediately I can start search from records of today, and I can see that I have 5 different records. So let's see what we have here. 7:51. This is me with the ugly hat. There we go. And we have another record. We have another record of myself entering. Very nice. So very powerful tool. Of course, we can see it over here also. No mistakes. Those are the same face all the time. Now, what if we want to search for someone, but we're not next to him right now? We want to search for him, but we have his picture on the phone. So we just access our phone and choose the correct picture, which is some picture that we know that is someone that is that we want to search for. Now, it can be a student in the university that we have a lot of cameras in. It can be someone in the city that we know that we have spread cameras around the city. So this time we're going to choose our victim, Yuval. So let's search for him. Now, while I search, I'm going to tell you that basically the application making a search throughout the entire a gallery of today. Okay. Let's see some examples. Main passage camera. I can see Yuval. There he is. Let's see another record. There he is once again. So basically on the left I have the name of the camera that captured him. So I have a lot of captures that came from the same camera, main passage, but I have one from face attendance. So let's see. There he is, face attendance cam, and there is Yuval. And we have another camera. We have main passage. Oh, sales department. There he is once again, Yuval. No mistakes. No mistakes at all. So this is a great powerful tool that we can search for anyone in our system from everywhere. Now, the next scenario I want you to see is we just search for a person straight from the snapshot camera of our phone. The next thing we showed was how to search for a person from the gallery, from the photos that we have saved on our phone already. And the next thing that I want to show you is how to search for someone by its name. Now, assuming that we already inserted this person into our database, so we have his name, right? So in this case, we have a lot of names we got prepared. So let's say Kobe, okay? We have Shmulik, Mark, Kobe, Arek, Luca, we have a lot of people. Let's search for Kobe, is one of the employees here. And let's see how many times he got captured today. So you saw one click, half a second passed, and then I see immediate results. Let's see, let's say for this camera, there he is. There is Kobe. Of course that from here I can do whatever I want, taking snapshots, record a video, which will be recorded via AVI, so MP4, so I can send it immediately through WhatsApp and everything. Very powerful tool, very easy to use. I can see all of the records. Of course, I can see the similarity. In the right bar, you can see 100% of similarity until 77%. Now, more than that, I can press this button right in the upper right corner. Now, if I press it, you will see that I can see all of the results today, the 22nd of March 2020. I can see all of the results. I can see that he has been to the main passage from 8:20 and 8 seconds until 8:20 and 15 seconds. I can see same thing for the sales office. Basically, all of today's results are going to be here. Now, if I press it once again, I will see a trace playback. Which is basically like a slide view on PowerPoint when we have a slide after slide after slide, so we can see all of the events occurring one after another. Very simple to use, very easy. So, the next thing we are going to see is, let's go back and back and back. Let's go for playback, huh? So, okay, I'm sorry, I did that too quickly. Now, this is the playback button. The playback button is right down there. You see it turning red? Okay, once you press it, this is playback mode. Once I'm here, the rest is very easy. All you have to do is to press on this button, then you will see your devices. Of course, we have 4 of them. Now the devices that are painted red, they are the devices that are currently shows that we have records on. Now let's choose, for example, let's choose the DVR showroom. Now once you press this one, we have the list of cameras, okay, 1 until 8. Let's make a quicker view, more easy to see, 4 channel view, and we press camera number 1, camera number 2, camera number 3, camera number 4. Now I see that on camera number 1 I don't have any record, so let's choose another camera. Now after doing that, of course, I can play with the records, with the time. So once I play with the time, I can see immediate, and it's very immediate, change of photos according to the time that I have selected. I can pinch in and out and play with it back and forth and back. And of course right now I can see only the events on this camera that's surrounded by a red line. If I choose this one, I can see the events that regarding to this camera or this camera or this camera, of course. So on this camera, which is on the outside, we can see a lot of motion. So of course that I can filter out the results only by motion or manually or sensor. I did that by pressing on this button. Everything is super easy. So right now I can see only the motion results, of course, from every camera. And not only that, the special thing I can do here is, let's for example choose a split of 9 cameras. Now what I can do is I can choose a different NVR. Now remember that we are right now in playback mode, it's not live. Now I choose another NVR, okay, a different one. It can be in the other side of the world, and I can choose pictures, recordings actually, from that NVR, and I can play back simultaneously records from 2 different NVRs, and basically I can do that up until 16 different devices. So for example, I have 2 cameras from one NVR, a few from the other DVR, and let's take another from one camera, everything simultaneously. Now that camera, okay, I thought I won't have because it's a camera, but I guess it has an SD card inside. So if you want to play back and forth, you can of course choose the camera, and you can go play back and forth with the time. Very easy, very simple to use. Now one more thing I wanted to see is actually I wanted to show you is the capability that we have to play 16 channels straight out of record. So how do we do that? Just press the demo room NVR or each and every device that we have that has recordings. Just play the play button, press the play button. We choose 16 cameras, and then let's go to a different time of the day where we have some normal recordings, and give it a few seconds. There we go. Okay, now adding to that, we can choose a different DVR and take his playbacks and play simultaneously. So I have playbacks from different NVRs, from different devices, all together simultaneously. Now I've just set here something. I want you to take a look at the upper right corner where it says bike exit. Now right now it is at 5 bikes, right? But when the bike comes, take a look at this, the counter changes to 6. So basically the camera can count, as we saw previously on the NVR webinar, but the application can tells us, we can see that counting happens on the NVR, doesn't matter if it is a human or a bike. Now something else I can do here is I can select all of the cameras, and all of the objects. I can even leave only the human, but it doesn't really matter. And I can filter out by type. So I can choose what I'm searching for. Do I search for face detection, or face recognition, or sterile area, line crossing? By the way, if you want to know more about the DDA options, all of the sterile and the line crossing and all of those things, and really deeply go into the settings and how to set all of those things up, then there will be a different seminar that Tal is going to do about the DDA. So it's worth seeing, of course. So let's say face detection, okay? Of course we can choose multiple things. So let's go for the face detection and the sterile area. Start searching, half a second passes, and then we can see immediate results. And of course we can see what is the type of analytic that we had. Was that a face detection right here, like here? Once I press it, I can see that it is a face detection. Nice. And I can see the object type is a human face. Next event, I have another human face that was detected. The next event is another human face. And I have a point, because one day, okay, right now we have the type. You see, the type has changed from face detection to sterile area. So this camera, basically we cannot see the line here, but there is a line that says that from here on this is a sterile area, and once someone crosses this line, this event takes place. Also, those things will be explained much more deeply in the upcoming TALS webinar. So as you can see, we have a lot of different options from the NVR, from the application, a lot of different things that we can do. And we said most of the things that I wanted to say I said. I'm just going to finish by showing you the capabilities of our fisheye camera, which is coming up next, so hold it with me. First of all, we're going to have to identify where the camera sits, and there it is. Now, the different options that we have for the fisheye camera is very varied. So let's have a look and what are the capabilities are. First of all, once I press this button right here, the button that turned red, this is the fisheye button, immediately it gives me much more options to operate. So let's have better definition so we can have a better picture. Okay, now we are in the fisheye menu. Let's twist the camera and let's see what I can do from here. First of all, the camera spins automatically. So this is just a simple, beautiful thing that we can do in storage, and we can cancel it. Now, double click on the camera takes me into the room itself. So right now I am inside the room and I can see everything around it. I can walk around like as if I was inside the room, even though I am inside. Now, second thing I can do, I can turn it into cylinder mode. So basically I can see the outside and the inside of the room very smoothly. Second thing, back and forth, back and forth. I can twist it and I can see the front of the camera and the other side of the camera. So I'm like a teacher, I have eyes in my back. Now, the second thing, I have 4 images, but not just images. Those are PTZs, right? I can control each and every one of them separately. And the most fun thing that exists ever, I will get up for this. Basically, I can use the gyroscope. I use the gyroscope of my phone to control, and wherever I look, I can see the picture changes. Wherever I look, I can see the picture changes according to the phone's direction. So, I hope you enjoyed my webinar. I was David. It was very nice to be with you. I hope you enjoyed yourself. And let's meet up in the next webinars. Have a good day, everyone.